Hey, this is another great video by Ricky Kinnerly Cichlids. This video we're looking at Icebreaker and the Icebreaker Chase. The other day I was looking at my fish and heard some splashing noises. That's something you want to check out and observe. So what was happening was Icebreaker was chasing around a female, which sometimes happens, but he was being very aggressive. So I noticed what was happening and observed it, observation is the biggest thing you can do to learn from your fish. Just remember that. It's not my videos, it's not other people's videos, it's not Facebook, Google. What you learn from your own fish by observation is the most important. So I'm watching Icebreaker chase around this female. The back tail fin was already mostly gone. Some of the other fins were chewed up a little bit. He was being very aggressive, and what he was trying to do is mate with this female. And maybe this female, the body was not, the body of the female was just not ready to mate. So he was being very, very aggressive. So if I had not moved that fish within the next hour or so, or at least that day, it could have been a dead female. And that's very disappointing because this female is the genetics I want for Icebreaker. And it takes a while to grow up a female. Yes, you can go out and buy females, but they're not going to have the genetics sometimes that you want for your breeding program. So I moved the female to another aquarium, but I was worried about the other. You see him chasing him around right now, but he's not doing too bad. So what I had to do is to solve the problem, because there's other females in here in this aquarium here. What I had to do to rectify the problem was I moved other fish in here. You see this fish here. There's a few other fish you won't be able to see at this angle, but I brought in about 10 more fish in here to have kind of like a dither fish, even though they're peacock fish and very important for this breeding program. They were basically brought into this aquarium to distract them from chasing one particular fish and tearing them up and damaging them and killing them, because Icebreaker or any other male peacock can kill females if they're wanting to breed and the female's not ready. So it's very important for any breeding situation to have plenty of females, places to hide, more distractions for Icebreaker. So I'm going to switch to actually some footage of Icebreaker and tell you about some of the distractions that are in the aquarium to help with the aggression. And this is only one male. This is not an all-male aquarium. This is only one male. But still, it's very important if you want the safety of your fish and improve your breeding programs to learn from this. So stay tuned. So here's Icebreaker. He's being pretty calm right now. But recently he's been on the Icebreaker chase. And I had to do some things to get that to stop. What it was, he was chasing a particular female that he had the likings for. And he was nipping her fins, and within a day she would have been dead. So I had to take action. So what I did is I added a bunch more peacocks to this aquarium, kind of making like it was a dither fish, distractions. So his attention is not focused on one fish. Now the fish that he had chased around and almost killed, I had to move out of here temporarily. It will be moved back. Now Icebreaker, a male like this age, this size, is almost always wanting to breed. Every few days it is really wanting to breed. There's only a few females in here that are of maturity to breed. And so one was holding and the other ones were not ready. So he was chasing them around, and like I said, it almost killed one of the females. So sometimes it is better to have multiple females or multiple fish in the breeding aquarium, so you won't lose some of your females. Because if you only have 2 or 3 females in this aquarium, then eventually you're going to lose some of those females because of aggression. Now let me show you a few things I do to lessen the aggression in a breeding aquarium, especially here for icebreaker, because that's what we're focusing on. If you look down, I have sand substrate. So when he's wanting to breed, he's going to be sifting that sand, moving it around, and take up some of his time where he would otherwise be putting too much aggression against the females. So the distraction of the sand really helps out in a breeding situation. Many people who breed fish do not use sand, but that is going to cause more aggression from the male. If you look here, I also have 2 caves where he can go in and chill out and be dominant, and also the females can go in there. Very important. It would be better if I had more caves in this aquarium, but right now I do not. So if you notice your male peacocks or male cichlids, which it can be a variety of fish that do the same thing, but if you have a male peacock cichlid that's chasing a female, you need to take time to observe that, because it could take just a matter of an hour to a few hours where that fish will end up dead unless it has distractions. Distractions are very important for a breeding aquarium. Don't take that lightly. The icebreaker chase can translate to other peacocks chasing their females as well. The icebreaker chase almost had a female killed within a few hours, but I saved it, and it was a very important female because of its genetics and the age. Females are not replaceable. Sometimes if you're looking to lineage and genetics, if you're just breeding fish to be breeding fish and not worry too much about the genetics, sure, you could go out and buy another female. But if you are trying to get a certain lineage and colorations, each female can be very important. If you're in a situation where your male is beating up one of your females and you don't have time to move them or got it situated to do the move or separate the female, one quick method to relax the male is get it dark in the aquarium. Turn off the lights, make it really dark, and kind of put him in a sleep mode. That way he's not doing all that aggression during the time when you're trying to get a place for the female to be safe. Now occasionally you may see the breeder male that you have kind of huddle all the females in one corner of the tank. They're not going to get hurt or anything. What he's doing, he's trying to keep them from eating the eggs from the female that he's breeding with. They'll go into a spot and be breeding, and he doesn't want the other fish to be eating the eggs during that process. So it doesn't hurt them. They may be a little bit stressed for a moment, but it does not hurt the fish, and it happens in any breeding aquarium you have multiple females in. Now in previous videos of icebreaker, which icebreaker looks different under different light and different aquariums, different filtration, so you can see him look different in some of my other videos, which is kind of neat. I won't be switching the lights in this video today to show you the difference in how he looks, but I do want to show you something I haven't in the past. If you look back there on its caudal fin or its the tail fin, look at the very top. There's a little bit of a piece of the fin that at first I thought was a tear from a fight with a Plecostomus, but it never healed back, so I think it's a trait particular to this fish. Now I want you to see if you get a good look at it. Let's just focus on the fin. See right there? It's kind of cool. It's different. I don't consider it a defect. It's a unusual feature to the icebreaker. Now, icebreaker can also look a lot different when he's in breeding mode. I don't know if you know this, but during the breeding mode, just like birds and other animals, they display a lot better coloration when they're trying to breed. Now, if you look at this female here, this female was involved in the icebreaker case. You see the back fin that's been nipped on. Some of the other fins have been nipped on. It's going to heal up fine in this aquarium, so I didn't have to move this one out. But you have to be aware of some of the aggression when a fish is trying to breed, especially a dominant fish like icebreaker. Now, icebreaker is a fish that people enjoy watching, and people want updates on just to get a new glance at him. And I'm happy to do that. He's one of my favorite fish. His markings look different at different times. I'm still raising some different aspects of the icebreaker genetics. The one I'm very excited about is I bred him with one of these dragon bloods in here. You see that dragon blood there. There's one back there in the corner just kind of killing out. So those look very promising. I can already see some coloration at a small size that is very unique and odd from that mixture. So we'll be seeing that in the near future in some videos. Now, if this was your first video on icebreaker, which is the name of this male and also the offspring I have for him, I would suggest, if you have not seen any other videos of him, to watch some of those other videos, because he does look a little bit different in other aquariums with different lighting and so forth. He's been in several videos in different locations. I like to move my fish around sometimes just for luck, because I get a little bit bored where they're at. And this one is a pretty good size. I didn't want to take up a big, huge aquarium for him because he's just the only male in this aquarium, but I did want to have a good size for him to breed in. So check out those other videos on icebreaker, and thanks for watching Ricky Kierley Cichlids. Drop a comment on what you'd like to see about icebreaker or any questions. Give it a thumbs up because this is an amazing fish. Please give a thumbs up to icebreaker. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to my channel. You get to see some of the aspects of the breeding with icebreaker and other peacocks and other fish that I have in my fish rooms. So thanks again for watching. Have a great day.